I get excited about a family doing very well financially over the course of years, and their estate has grown and grown and grown, and they're putting in plans as to how to transfer the estate to the next generation. And when it comes to this transfer time, then all of a sudden the government gets involved and takes 30, 40, or even 50% of the estate away from the children or the family members. And this is quite solemn. And yet there's some simple little tasks that can be done, little planning strategies that can be done early on. So let's take a quick peek at what that would be, and let's see if we can learn something.
Assuming that your investments and other assets continue to grow in value, do you expect your net worth, including the fair market value of your business, to be more than $12 million at the end of your life? Or more than $24 million if you are married? If so, then you will have an estate tax liability. This means that the administrator of your estate will be legally required to write a check to the IRS within 9 months of your death for 40% of every dollar in excess of $12 million, or in excess of $24 million if you are married. And if your estate does not have the cash to pay this tax, and if your administrator cannot sell off enough of your assets to pay this tax liability within 9 months, the IRS will seize control of your entire estate, including your business, your real estate, and your stock portfolio, in order to sell off the most valuable assets as quickly as they can, usually to cash-only bargain hunters, including competitors and liquidators, for much less than their fair market value. Even if your present net worth does not exceed the taxable minimum today, the appreciation of your assets over the remainder of your lifetime will almost certainly become an estate tax liability in the future, and a potentially devastating threat to your business. For example, consider a married couple in their mid-60s with a current net worth of $20 million. If their assets continue to grow at an average annual rate of only 7% over the next 20 years, their taxable estate will be worth almost $80 million by the time they reach their mid-80s. And the tax on their estate at the current 40% rate would exceed $22 million. That's more than their entire net worth today. What's more, their family could also lose as much as half the estate in a forced liquidation if the IRS must sell off some of the assets, including the family business, within 9 months, especially as prospective buyers become aware of the urgency. However, there is a way that this couple can protect the value of their entire estate and prevent the IRS from seizing and liquidating any of their assets, by taking advantage of Section 101 of the Internal Revenue Code and the annual gift tax exclusion. To learn how, talk with the estate planning professional who asked you to watch this video.
Well, there we go. Isn't it sad when the estate has to be reactive and they have to sell off large amounts of assets to pay that tax that the IRS is demanding within 9 months? And yet if we were proactive and we thought ahead these things, we could circumvent that so that it all runs smoothly and we're not having to stroke a big check to the IRS and reduce the estate. So those are little tips that I have along the way, that I've seen along the way, that are very powerful, yet very well not as known as they should be. And so I'm always available to help discuss how to build your estate, grow it safely and securely for years to come. But more importantly, upon your passing and your spouse's passing, why the IRS isn't being involved and the kids are getting more than giving what they should be getting. So with that, Mark Rogers here, check out. You can always jump over and see me on my page, and here